Yes, welcome back to the final part of tonight's show where Rachel Allen is bringing a bit of Mexico to the Six Kitchen.
Rachel,
all right.
Remind us of what you're cooking.
So I'm making Mexican chicken broth with a tomato, coriander and avocado salsa.
All right. Now he's getting ready for supper because he's up early in the morning.
Rachel just asked me, which one of you's cook? Is it you or Carl? And I said, I've been on Ireland Day for 20 years and I've been told by many a chef I don't cook, I heat food.
All right, so how do we start?
So those cookbooks actually are going home with you and Una.
Yeah. Right, absolutely, and thank you for them. We'll talk about the book in a minute, but what are we making?
So basically this is, it's a soup.
Okay.
And of course you can start a soup, you know, with a chicken stock cube. But really, if you make your own chicken stock, then it's going to be even more delicious and even more good for you. So basically, if you have, I tend to roast a chicken once a week.
Okay.
And so this is literally what I did from leftover roast chicken.
So you just put the carcass in?
The carcass into the saucepan. I didn't have a normal onion in my fridge. I happened to have a red onion, so that's what went in. Some carrot, some thyme. I like garlic in my stock, so put in all those ingredients, a bit of celery or a bit of leek if you have it. Basically, at the very least, some onion.
Okay.
And a couple more vegetables as well, if you do. And then you just fill it up with water, fill your saucepan up with water, and cook it for about 2 hours or even longer, you know, for more broths.
Okay.
But for a really good, simple chicken stock, which is also called chicken broth, cook it for about 2 hours, just simmering away nicely. So it takes all the goodness and the flavour.
Yeah, because stock cubes can be full of salt as well, can't they?
They really can be. And, you know, they're great to have for emergency. But for something like this, then once you make this, then you can freeze it or you can use it within, you know, a week or two, just keep it in the fridge. But once it's ready, I always then drain it and then allow the fat to rise up to the top and then chill it. And then once it's cold and chilled, you can actually scoop the fat off really easily.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to use that as the base for this.
Lovely. Okay.
And so what I'm going to do first of all is just cook some spring onions, but I'm cutting more spring onions than I need because I'm also going to make a little salsa.
Ah, right.
So this has just got really good Mexican flavors. It is like something that I had in Oaxaca in Mexico in the square. It's really, you know, but I had it when it was hot and sunny. But it's the kind of thing that they eat a lot in the heat, you know, because
our summer day is their winter day.
Exactly. Well, that's quite true. Exactly. So a little bit of olive oil goes into the saucepan, like about a tablespoon or so, and then I'll just turn on that hob, and then put into there some spring onions, or you can just use regular onion, like that. And then I'm going to put the rest of the spring onions, or some of them, into that bowl there, and then while that's in there, I'm also going to put in a little bit of garlic. Chop or slice the garlic. You know, these are just really great flavours that leave you feeling really invigorated, but warm and full and cosy. And
but this time of year, garlic is great for staving off colds and flus and
exactly, exactly. Yeah. And also, you know, speaking of staving off things like that, the chicken broth is so good for you. Yeah. Really good for your gut, for your immune
cooked
system.
a chicken last night and the carcass went in the bin. I know, don't look at me like that, I'm sorry.
She knows where you live.
I do.
I'm looking at that now and I went, I could have done that.
But that's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's and then you've just got the carcass. It's just so easy just to put the other ingredients into. So just a little bit of spring onion, garlic and chili, okay?
Okay.
That's going to go
Now, can I just ask?
Yes.
You have a new book out.
Yes.
Is this in the book?
Yes, it is. Page 33, if you ask.
You know, and it's all soups. You know, my favourite soup of all is a chicken noodle soup, and you do one of them as well in there.
So comforting.
Yeah,
exactly.
so comforting. That's the broth, you know, because it's light, but it's still, you can put lots in there, so you actually are having a feed. So it's kind of like eating and drinking all in one.
She's right.
You see?
Yeah.
She's right. So what I'm going to do is put into the spring onions in the bowl. So I've got some spring onions in the saucepan. Actually, and they're just cooking here with the garlic and with the chili really quickly. But just while they're cooking for about another minute, I'm going to put in I've got some cherry tomatoes or just regular tomatoes. And then cut an avocado. So this is for the salsa part, actually.
You did that so quickly. The amount of people who are showing up in A&E going, I tried to cut an avocado, and here's the rest of my finger, can you put it back on?
Stop. Actually, this is, now cook the spring onion really doesn't take long. So what you can do is just strain the chicken stock into the saucepan. There, as much of it as you need. The recipe calls for a litre, but that's...
So it's a clear broth?
So it's a clear broth.
Okay, all right.
And then also, I've got some of the leftover roast chicken, but you could use raw chicken. So if you had any scraps from your chicken last night, Alan.
All right, I
if you
won't
hadn't put
ever
them
throw
in-
a carcass out again. I'm sorry. Sorry I said that.
Carl is watching. Could you get into the bin and get the chicken back out, please?
It's a clean bin.
Very clean bin. So I've got this avocado and there, I'm just going to cut this into little pieces. So this is the kind of salsa that's just delicious with everything. You know,
Oh, yeah.
it's put on the table in Mexico just to eat with everything from your quesadillas, your tacos to your soup. So I'm just going to cut the avocado into little fine dice and then chop some coriander and make the salsa. And then
Avocado is so good for you as well, isn't it?
So good
So
for
just
you.
to add it to a salad, because sometimes salad is like there's no nutritional value really in it. But once you add an
Exactly,
avocado,
and you're missing the fats actually.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
actually, I mean, and the fats actually help you to absorb so
And these
much
are
of the
good fats.
goodness, and they're
Yeah.
good fats, really good. You know, I mean, you're not going to eat a few avocados every day, but just a little bit like this. So that's actually probably plenty. That's quite ripe, that avocado.
Oh.
You know the way it's always so difficult to tell when you're
So hard.
cutting it open. That's probably good. So
Okay.
then some coriander. Do you
Well,
like
I'm in the way
coriander?
here.
I like coriander. Yeah, I know it's a bit of one of those
It's such a
Marmite.
divisive herb, isn't it?
Yeah, because
Do you like it, Martin?
I'm okay with it. I wouldn't be mad about it, but I'm okay with it.
Take
It's going
half
in
of
anyway.
that.
Whether I like it or not, it's going in.
Yeah, it is going in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It's just, it's really, it brings so much goodness and flavour to this, but actually it's just so,
No,
so good
Rachel,
for you.
I'm not going to eat it because coriander is going to be there. I'm going to devour this.
Are
Don't be
you?
worried about
Right,
that.
Okay. But you know, for some people, coriander actually tastes quite soapy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
because
if
it's
it
very
does,
fragrant, yeah.
it really, you can just leave it out, just use parsley
Yeah,
instead.
yeah.
So can I ask you, is this what you're putting this in the bowl and then you're going to pour the soup on top, the broth on top of it?
Yeah.
So would you
can-
put that into all the bowls then separately?
Yes, actually, what you could do is just spoon some of the salsa into each bowl
And
of
then
soup. But
pour the
actually,
broth in separately.
Alan, it's really funny you say that because in Mexico, that's how they do it. They make the salsa in the bowl and they pour the broth on top. Oh,
Look at you.
you go.
Go to the top of the class and get a gold star in your copy. Go on.
so there's the salsa. There, a little bit of lime juice as well.
Ah,
which
yes, well, it is
really lift
Mexican,
it.
so, yeah.
And if your lime's a bit hard, just roll it like that.
Okay.
And then, okay, so some lime juice. So now the soup is ready, basically. That
As
is
simple as
it.
that.
You
You
do
see?
need some lime juice.
Soup is what everyone wants at this time of year, though, isn't it?
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love a stew.
Yeah.
Do you ever make a coddle?
Oh, I love coddle.
Oh, lovely. Thank
Sausages
God
and
somebody
bacon.
knows what a coddle is. Martin, you know what a coddle is.
I know what a coddle is, but I know what the mortal sin with a coddle is.
What?
Don't fry the sausage.
Oh, no, they have to
they
be
They
boiled.
have to be
Yeah, I
boiled.
know
They
that.
have to be boiled.
Do you know what a coddle
Yeah,
is?
yeah, no, I know what coddle is. Yeah, coddle.
I've mentioned it before, but I was asked to do a charity thing once, and it was a GAA club who did Dublin's Next Top Coddle. And it was a whole variety of coddles, and it was like
Were you tasting them all?
and I was tasting them all. I thought I was in heaven. Dublin's Next Top Coddle.
for a coddle?
Oh, I love
But it was, and one of them was made just on water, just natural, and then there were those that used
Oh, yeah, fancy.
bacon lardons and got very, very fancy. And
Very fancy.
very fancy.
We're not getting any, obviously.
It
That's
doesn't look
just...
like it.
It's just over this side of the table. You will get some
you could
behave
do it.
We
yourself.
can't share
We
either.
can't even share.
Or you could do it as Alan recommends, as is done in
Yeah.
Mexico. There. Actually, do you know what? We have some extra.
Aw.
Anyway, so this
You
is
see?
it.
was hinting at
There you go. All you're giving it. Come here. By the way, Alan, because we live in a COVID world.
Yeah.
We're just worried about the kissing scene for your panto. You know.
God, I never thought of that.
Yeah. Jake Carter is Aladdin.
You can't kiss the prince. You can't
Well-
kiss Jasmine.
Karen Fitzpatrick, his good lady, is the image of Jasmine. We were wondering, could that be a solution?
Could be the solution, couldn't it?
You never know.
bubble.
You never know. We will wait and see.
But Karen might be back on Dancing with the Stars.
That's true,
we don't
yeah,
know,
so she
so
is,
you
yeah.
know,
Oh,
can't
then,
see.
yeah.
We're
You
a
gotta get
bit
that
worried
close
about
to our
that,
partner then.
Yeah.
Aye.
But no, I never
Look,
thought of that, Martin. Thanks for that.
I'm always thinking of your welfare. We're genuinely concerned. We're nearly out of time. Soap, broth, and bread. Soup. I'm thinking of the coriander. Soup, broth, and bread.
That's a
It's out
different
now.
book altogether.
That's it. We're all done for tonight. Big thank you to all of our guests, and of course to Rachel for the broth.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rachel.
With Happy Star Peter Stringer, we'll see you then.
Bye bye.